favorite raw food chef. You introduced me to the whole concept a couple of months ago. Susan Milliron is here. And the reason we're doing this right now is because after the holiday, you hear a lot about you need to cleanse and you need to, and do you think that's the case? We need to maybe go a little drastic the other direction when, you know, we've just had all those cookies and candies and hams. I mean, a lot of us have overeaten for weeks on end. And this is a time where you maybe pull it back down.
Yes, absolutely. A lot of people do want to look at, okay, new year, new start, new goals, and what better way to do that than changing your eating lifestyle. So I recommend green smoothies. They're easy to make, they taste good. You can take them anywhere, and if you do a quart a day, I like to put them in these little pint jars.
When you go to work,
when I go to work, I take 2 of these. They're easier to drink, they don't get warm, versus doing a whole quart, which sometimes it's hard to drink.
It does look daunting.
It does look daunting, but they're delicious. They taste like the fruit even though they're green. Some people have issues with color. I tell them get those little zippy cups like you do for kids so you can't see it.
Oh, okay, so it doesn't disguise it for you.
Right.
All right,
so what we're going to do today is we're going to make one using kale. And you can use any dark leafy greens. You can use spinach, you can use romaine, you can use parsley. I like to do tops, beet tops, radish tops, carrot tops.
But you're taking the leafy part off of the stalk.
Right. The stem is very bitter.
Okay.
So you don't want to add that into your, and this is dinosaur kale.
Because it's the big leaf?
Right.
Okay.
Isn't that funny?
A Tyrannosaurus would have enjoyed this kind of kale.
Actually, I have little French bulldogs, and they love to eat the stems.
So it's a perfect, nothing goes to waste at your house.
Nothing goes to waste. They love it. They just sit there and wait for me to drop it on the floor.
See, there's a healthy mommy. Mine's like, where's the sugar cookie? Drop it. Drop it.
They'll eat that as well. So you want to put, 1 to 2 cups of greens. And if you're first starting out with green smoothies, you really want to make it taste good. And I suggest that you do at least 60% fruit, 40% greens. Your body, after after drinking them a while, will tell you to add more greens, less fruit, whatever.
But to begin with, you want it to be palatable to you're used to the higher sugar and sweet taste.
I like to use a banana for sweetness, and I like the bananas that are going bad. And
why is that?
Because they're sweeter.
Sweeter bananas.
Sweeter bananas. I'm going to use frozen mango. I like to use organics whenever I can. And the reason I'm using frozen mango versus fresh mango is because we want to drink it right now.
So it'll be nice and cold.
So it'll be nice and cold. Because when you use fresh fruit, it's warm, and a warm green smoothie is not good.
It's not good. It doesn't sound good.
No, it's not good at all. I like to add a little bit of avocado. Avocado is a good fat for you, and it helps make the smoothie creamier.
I was just going to say, it's a really creamy piece of produce.
Now, some people like to put coconut water in, and you can do that by getting a Thai coconut and opening it up yourself, which is a lot of work, and pouring it in. Or I like to use Harmless Harvest. I'm giving a plug there for them. Sorry about that.
That's okay.
And then you want to take water, about 2 quarts of water.
And we're going to talk a minute about the different mixers, blenders, juicers.
This is a Vitamix.
And this is a,
This is a high-speed blender.
A high-speed blender.
And what I like about the Vitamix versus trying to use maybe, a General Electric or Black & Decker or any of those other blenders that are out there, is this is a high-speed blender, so it will break down the cellulose in the greens. And a lot of blenders just can't do that. So they're just not strong enough.
This is, in your opinion, one of the best out there.
I love my Vitamix. Blendtec also makes a very good blender, which does the same thing, but I'm partial to Vitamix, so this is going to be very loud.
That's okay.
It just
blended all
that.
Yes, all the chunks.
It only takes about a minute or so.
Okay.
Yummy.
So yeah,
and I like
easy-
to use an apple. Apples are good. The little saying, an apple a day keeps the doctor away,
Do
is
you
true.
recommend this as a meal replacement, or where's the best use of?
You can do it as a meal replacement. If you do, I suggest you drink a quart.
So drink a significant amount.
Yes, because it will fill you up. You need to also drink lots of water.
Now, would you recommend, because the reason I do a lot of things is for managing my weight, right? I've got I weighed myself, bad idea, January 1st, and I've gained 6 pounds since December 23rd because of all the eating, right? But that means I have to get on track.
Yes.
So this would be one way.
Yes.
It's surprisingly sweet.
Isn't it?
I taste the banana. I thought I would
the
taste the
banana.
green, but it's the banana.
You never taste the green unless you make it the opposite. You do 40% fruit, 60%
If you keep
green.
that 60-40 ratio
Right.
in mind, that's a real good
Right.
idea.
And with parsley, if you use parsley, you just want to use the flowers because the stems are very bitter, and less parsley because parsley goes a long way. And I usually mix parsley with something else like spinach.
It sounds like you avoid the stems in most of the greens that you're
Yes.
doing.
Yes,
Okay.
the stems can be very bitter.
All right. Did you have something else to show us too today, or was this
Yes,
the main thing?
no.
Okay. Okay. Because
We're
we
also
have
going to do a stacker,
a stacker.
salad.
A stacker salad.
And I'm going to show you in the 2-quart jar. However, when you pour this out onto a plate, there is so much salad. You look at it, you go, how am I ever going to eat this? So I do like doing it in the smaller jars, and we'll pour that out in a minute and let you see what it looks
Yeah,
like.
I want to see how you do this.
And again, this is limited by your imagination. And we're going to start with some baby spinach. This is organic spinach.
That's the first thing.
That's the first thing, so we're just going to throw that in there.
And spinach is a nice size to fit in the mouth of this jar too.
Absolutely. And then I chopped up a mango, and a lot of times people will say, how do you cut into a mango? Because they're so difficult. And you just get your mango, your knife and your mango, and you just go down by the pit, and then on the other side, you do the same thing.
So you're getting rid of the pit and using the outsides of it.
And this is not a very ripe mango. It doesn't look very pretty either. And then you just get a spoon and scoop out the meat.
All right.
So mangoes are very easy to cut up when you learn how to do that the right way.
So you
So
put
now
the
I'm
mango.
going to put some mango in. Okay. And then next I'm going to do some sprouts. And I have 2 different kinds of sprouts here. I have alfalfa and bean sprouts.
Which I like both.
Yes, so that's why we're going to do a little bit of both. So we're going to start with alfalfa. And then the next thing we're going to do is add some cucumber.
Oh, this is looking so pretty.
Isn't this beautiful?
Don't you think?
And then we're going to add some romaine, some chopped romaine.
The standard.
Yes.
Don't forget your
Okay.
romaine.
Then we're going to add a few more. Whoops, forgot the pineapple.
Oh, some more yellow.
We're going to do some pineapple. And you can use whatever fruit you want. You can use
Cranberry. or-
cranberries, apples, grapes,
You could put some nuts in there.
clementines, nuts, chop up some walnuts or some
I'm thinking about my
pecans.
cranberry feta that I have, my cranberry feta spinach salad. I can see me doing this.
I'm going to go to the mixed greens. I like mixed greens because you get so many different types of greens. And then we're going to do the other sprouts.
The other sprout on top.
You can add avocado if you want. We're going to do a little more cucumber.
There's so much in that little jar.
And we're going to sprinkle it
Little
with
crunchy on top.
little crunchy. And then just put your lid on and you have
Oh.
a beautiful salad.
Did you have, what's that?
This is for the dressing.
Oh, okay.
And you have your beautiful salad ready to go. Isn't that great?
I love it. You can take that right to work.
Take that right to work.
All right, and so your
So
dressing
now-
is very basically good. I mean,
Yes, it is. Excuse me while I
that's okay.
rinse this out.
So look at that. I can see taking this to work. But I can see if you put that on a plate, it would be huge.
Okay, so the dressing is very easy to do. And we are going to go with some more pineapple.
Ooh, pineapple in the dressing.
Pineapple in the dressing. We're going to take the juice of half a lime.
Lime juice.
Lime juice. This is shredded coconut. The recipe calls for coconut meat. Again, you'd have to chop off your coconut and dig out the meat, but I find that the coconut flakes work great. And then I like to add some coconut water, just a little bit,
You're a fan of the coconut water.
just a little bit. And I'm going to throw some spinach in there, so it's going to
Really?
be a little green, yes.
Wow. That was the surprising element. The green, the green in the
The
in the
green
dressing.
in the dressing.
The salad in the dressing for the salad dressing.
For the salad dressing, well, I had a lot of pineapple, didn't I? Okay, here we go. Ready, and I actually had some already prepared.
Wonderful. Do you put it in the jar, or do you just take it separate?
I tried it in the jar. The recipes I've used, they say you can put the dressing at the bottom,
and then.
But I find that it just makes
it too squishy.
Too squishy.
Okay, so that's how they look when you take them out. Already sort of tossed.
Yes. So it's already tossed, and
then this is your dressing.
This is your dressing, and.
All right, we're going to show that to the camera. And of course, the recipe at RanierFullPlate.tv.
And you'll have to try that.
I'm going to show it to the camera, and I will try it here as we go to break. When we come back, we're going to talk about how to decide which kind of blender, mixer, juicer, and we're going to mix up a little bit more, I guess, for dessert.
Yes.
Stay with us.
We could do
All right,
that.
I have to find a fork.